Okay, assalamu alaikum. Now we're going to do a final part of this finishing of this jacket. As I explained the attaching of the galati, what I did was just simply attached the one side. Now I initially ironed on some wonder web to a piece of interfacing to a piece of fabric to actually attach to the underside, but then, as I mentioned earlier on, this was the first time I was doing this, and I actually found an easier way to do this. So alhamdulillah, is always a blessing. Okay, so I'm sure you'll all be familiar with making the piping. This is a thin double piping, and it's been trapped, the green has been trapped inside of the golden colored piping. And what happens with that is, generally when you trap it on a single layer, you get the visibility of the green showing through. If it's a thin fabric, then you would get it seen through, and it actually doesn't, it gives it a slightly tattier look. So I wanted it like a perfect finish, and what this does is the underside of this is hidden away with the golden or whatever color you're using, so the actual color of the piping is not reflected on the actual garment. It's a double piping, and it's made by attaching the one single layer and then double folding that and trapping that inside, so it's trapped on both the sides. And I actually show this method in several of my videos, so I'm not actually, that's just a briefer. I don't want to go in extensively into the making of the piping. Okay, so what I've done then is I've attached the neckline, and then I've attached the piping all the way around, finishing off at the other end. Now the portion of the neckline, this is double piping, and because it's folded double, the fabric is actually this wide. So where the galati comes, I've cut it open from here, and it's become wider. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hand turn this and just do the bite and tack it down so that the inside of the neck is covered. And now on this portion, it needs several changes of color to actually do this seam. I'm not sure whether to, actually I might just do tarpai all the way through, and that would just give it, rather than changing color of thread so many times, I'm just going to finish this off by hand tacking it all the way, so that way when I get to the neckline, it will give me the ease of, I'm going to just put a little bit of like a crease there just to give it the shape, but that's all on the inside and that's not going to be reflective. So that's the jacket, alhamdulillah, all complete once I've done the tarpai, and then we're going to go on to making the suit to go with this. Now I'm in double thoughts whether to make a lenga with this or just to make a simple suit. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what we decide on. I would like to try this on her and see what would suit it. I might just make both, and then she can wear it with a lenga and she can wear it with a suit. If you're making a comparison, what will go with what, then I think I would probably, the suit, it'd get worn more, because a lenga, children are sort of, they're a bit messy, and you can't really get the full wear and tear out of a lenga as you can out of a suit. So a little bit of a conflict there, but we may just make both. I think there's sufficient fabric, perhaps, to make both.